Hi YouTubers, Numistaka here with a special, pretty long video showing all of my Libertads. I think Libertads are so beautiful that they really do merit their own video. So I have put together proof, uncirculated, silver, gold, everything, so that you can get an idea of exactly what to expect from collecting Libertads all in one place. What is the key thing about Libertads that is different from most other coins? And that key thing is probably encapsulated in one word, and that's chaos. Sometimes there are thousands, sometimes there are hundreds. It's difficult to predict whether it's going to be hundreds or thousands. Some of them are incredibly common, some of them are very rare. The designs don't change very much, so once you've seen one Libertad, then you've pretty much seen all Libertads. Some people have preferences for the proofs, some people have preferences for the uncirculated coins. Sometimes there are more uncirculated than proofs, sometimes there are more proofs than uncirculated. For example, the 2007 uncirculated quarters, there were 500 of them, but there were many more proofs that year. So it's very unpredictable, and its unpredictability is really what makes it fun to collect these coins, as well as you can see, they're extremely beautiful coins. I love the gold Libertads, but the gold Libertads are expensive, and the silver Libertads have the same design. So if you want a cost-effective route into collecting Libertads, then start with the silver and work your way up to some of the gold ones. You can see, for example, that the set that I've got there were 250 of those coins each in the sets in 2014, 300 each in the set that I've got in 2013. So whichever way, they're pretty rare coins. Usually the quarters are a little bit more plentiful because they tend to produce a few extra quarters outside the sets. Otherwise, most of the non-quarter coins you ever see have been taken from sets. They're quite fun to collect, whether you collect the very small ones, so that's a 1/20th of an ounce coin, or the biggest ones. Mostly I tend to stick with fractionals because they're easier to come across and they're easier to trade. And I guess the sweet spot for the gold ones is really a quarter or a tenth. The 20ths are pretty small, but they're really not very expensive to buy for such a beautiful coin. And the quarters, I think, are probably the nicest ones to collect because they've got a bit of substance in them, and they look a little bit bigger. And as you know, I probably like to encapsulate or slab a lot of the coins that I have. So there's some proof quarters, 2014. There's 3 of them there out of 350, so like pretty much 1% of the mintage. So I guess I'm being a bit greedy. Had all mine slabbed. They all originally came for MapMex, and when I slabbed them I got 170 and 269s. There's a 70 that's just sold on eBay for about $650, which made me very happy, and the 69s probably sell for maybe $75 less than the 70. This 1/10 I think originally came from Gainesville coins. They were having a sale of halves, 2010 halves, and I bought one in the sale for a few dollars off, and it's a beautiful coin, very low mintage that year. Not sure why they were trying to sell them out, but they obviously had a few of them. And sometimes you're lucky, you can pick up these things. If I ever see the proofs for sale, I'll normally try and pick them up if they're a reasonable price. The 2008, only 500 of those coins exist, and they were all in sets, So these were all originally in the box sets, and some of them have been broken out, and you find them for sale separately. I would have thought from the research that I've done, a third to a half of the sets seem to get broken up, sometimes even more than that. The 2004 had 1,000, so the 2004s are not that difficult to pick up. This particular 2004 came from taxfreegold.co.uk, which is run by Chards, and I had it encapsulated. Got a couple of those, both from Chards. One got a PF68 and the other one got a PF69. It's actually more difficult than you imagine to get 70s on these coins because there's ever so slight imperfections in them, even though they look perfect. So if you get a 70, then stick to it. It's quite a rare thing. 600 of the 1/10 of an ounce coins in 2009, and I always look for the 10ths. The 10ths are not that expensive to buy, and they're pretty rare. You buy something which only have 500 or 600 coins minted. That's a pretty good thing for the future. This is the 2007. Only 500 uncirculated coins in 2007. Really good one to look for the future. Very rare coin. Absolutely beautiful. Just as nice as the proof. Next we've got a couple of 2014 1/10ths. You'll see a few of these around. There were 2,400 of them, so they're not a particularly rare Libertad. They're still possible to pick up for round about $160 to $170 raw, and about $220, $230 encapsulated. So, and then we've got some silver Libertads. I had all these slabbed, and I was lucky to get a couple of 70s. Beautiful coins. I believe at the moment you'll probably find some on APMEX. They've got a special offer if they haven't sold out, and they're worth picking up from APMEX at the moment and buying and holding. There were only just over 4,000 of these minted. Beautiful coin. If you like the old design, then even though there were quite a few minted, between this one's 12,000, but they were up to 30,000 for each proof. They did a lot of these coins in the 80s. There's lettering on the edges of some of them, different varieties, and the design and quality is absolutely beautiful. So you should try and make sure you have at least one or two of the older design in your collection. These ones I bought as in mint packaging, and I had them all slabbed by NCG. I figured they were worth preserving, even though they're not particularly valuable coins. So worth looking out for. Next up, we've got the only uncirculated 1 ounce Libertad. I'm not sure where this came from. I think I picked it up on eBay, and I thought it looked in pretty good condition, and so I had it sent to NCG. MS67 is actually one of the highest rated ones that they've done so far, so it's quite difficult to get a high grade. Next up is some 2 ounce proofs, and this one is very rare. Year 2000, only 500 of these around. I think it's the second rarest 2 ounce proof that's around. 2009, on the other hand, it's really easy to pick up for maybe £60, £50, $100, depends on kind of where you get it from. 6,500 of those. 2013 is rare-ish, so it's kind of more expensive than the 2009, but still fairly easy to pick up. Look out for 2013. It's worth buying that. You'll probably end up paying £90 or £100, £110, something like that. 2014 has become a bit of a rarity. Big shortage of these coins. They're changing hands for a lot of money. 750 of them only. They're changing hands for up to £200. I think one sold the other day on eBay for $300. So they're beautiful coins, and certainly worth looking out for at the right price. So the last one I want to show you is the 5 ounce from 2014, only 800 of these around. Rare coin, if you find one at a good price, snap it up. These are going to be great for the future. It's a low mintage year, as well as being probably the most beautiful silver Libertad around. There's something about the size which makes it a pretty spectacular coin, and worth having at least one 5-ounce in any collection of Libertads. Well, I hope you enjoyed that run through of my Libertad collection. I haven't stopped collecting, so maybe at some stage there'll be a reprise with a few more coins in. So if you like, let me know, comment and subscribe. Thanks guys.